Watch me come alive and burn so bright that you'll go blind. You seem surprised that I'm still alive. I'm done holding back. This is the final attack. And now it all comes to black.
Alright, it is happening. Season 5 of Death Battle is beginning with Black Panther versus Batman. Yep, Batman's come back for round 3. Well, hopefully this might be his last round, but whatever. Let's see how this goes. This isn't one of those battles where I'm on the fence of who's going to win, so we'll see after the rundowns. And the battle proper, of course.
Predators. These fearsome beasts strike fear into the hearts of many.
Well, sometimes they strike an awe, but yeah, mostly fear.
And these two superheroes embody the fear of specific predators to an extreme.
Batman,
Oh, yes.
the genius crime fighter from DC Comics.
And Black Panther, Marvel's royal warrior scientist.
He's
The
whiz
third
I'm
Marvel
boomstick.
hero that
And
Batman's
it's our job
fighting.
to analyze their
Yep.
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yeah. Let's see what we got.
Before he was the Black Panther, before he was a king, T'Challa was born the Prince of Wakanda.
Waka, where now?
Wakanda is an isolated fictional nation hidden somewhere in Africa. But while Wakanda itself
This
is
happens.
shrouded in secrecy, T'Challa was anything but isolated.
He's been pretty much everywhere, but especially anywhere with a good university.
After earning numerous degrees
Yep.
from Harvard, Oxford, Berkeley, and MIT,
Yep, married to Storm, I
T'Challa
knew
came
that.
home. His father, Wakanda's king and then current Black Panther, had been assassinated, and a new ruler needed to be named.
But to claim the throne, he'd have to claw his way through the rite of passage.
This would be a test of fortitude, designed to stress T'Challa's bravery, fearlessness, and combat prowess.
Also known as beating the crap out of 6 super deadly fighters. But hey, T'Challa wasn't just a nerdy brainiac, he could fight too, and he passed with flying colors.
Earning the throne and the blessings of Wakanda's guardian deity, Bast, the Panther God.
But he had to nab some superpowers first, so he went through the ritual of the heart-shaped herb.
This herb connected T'Challa to the Panther God, and that link bestowed him numerous superhuman abilities.
Who knew getting high could turn you into a superhero?
Yeah.
T'Challa's new powers included superhuman
Don't do
speed,
drugs unless you
strength,
want to
healing,
fight
and
crime.
agility. His
And-
senses also dramatically increased in
Studies
acuity.
160
Not only can he
plus
see in the
martial
dark,
arts.
but his superior
How many
vision
did
can
Batman
even make out
master?
infrared and
120
ultraviolet
something?
light.
So, like, the powers of a cat?
Yes and no. While cats do have exceptional eyesight, they cannot see infrared or UV light, though it is a common misconception that they can.
Well, just like a cat, he can always
Yeah.
land on his feet thanks to his other super senses.
Specifically, his vastly improved kinesthetic sense.
Which is,
But how-
definitely a sense for something.
Kinesthetic
So how are
senses
those
make up a
senses
person's
going to handle
awareness
against
of their
Batman's
own movement,
stealth?
like muscle memory, but in a
Because
broader
some of you
scope.
remember.
Oh, like how we can walk up steps without looking at them.
Yes.
Or when I shoot my shotgun with my eyes
Batman
closed.
lost to Spider-Man
No,
because Spider-Man's senses were
So
able
Black
to
Panther's
overcome
super sense
Batman's
lets him
stealth.
move and act without having to think about it too much. He can jump across tree branches and ledges without even looking.
This
Hey Wiz, how do I become king of Wakanda? Those powers sound cool as hell.
I don't know, Boomstick. Everyone knows you're terrible at keeping secrets, and Wakanda houses one of the biggest secrets in comic book history.
You talking about how Black Panther married Storm from the X-Men?
I'm talking about Wakanda's enormous reserves of vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff Captain America's indestructible shield is made of.
That's right. 10,000 years ago, a large meteorite of vibranium crashed in
So
Wakanda.
that's-
And they hoarded it all to themselves. And I don't blame them.
Vibranium is an extremely durable metal which can absorb audio and kinetic energy. A single gram sells for 10,000 US dollars, and Wakanda's vibranium mound is estimated to be 10,000 tons. That's over $9 billion.
They're rich, super rich. With all that wealth, Wakanda became a techno marvel decades ahead of the rest of the world. They were exploring outer space years before the US and Russia even tried.
So why is this important? Well, as King of Wakanda, T'Challa has unlimited access to all of his country's resources.
That suit of his doesn't just look cool, it's made of vibranium.
The Panther habit is coated in a vibranium microwave mesh.
Suit.
This doesn't just block incoming attacks, it can literally rob them of their momentum. For example, bullets don't bounce off, they stop dead and fall straight down. Their kinetic energy absorbed into the suit.
Even the shells from a helicopter-mounted minigun can't even phase him.
He carries energy daggers, a shield of hardened light, a teleportation device, and claws.
Which are made of a special Antarctic version of vibranium called anti-metal. Guess why it's called that? Because it melts other metals. What can't this suit do?
Well, the vibranium weave does have a limit to how much energy it can absorb all at once. If it takes in too much, it could wind up expelling said energy in a, well, destructive fashion.
Oh, God! But don't worry, he's fine, somehow.
Under T'Challa's leadership, Wakanda has warded off many would-be invaders. Even with Dr. Doom, Namor, and Ulysses Klaue charging in, Wakanda was never truly conquered.
They even stopped an alien invasion, and hey, nobody's ever ready for one of those.
In addition, T'Challa has studied every major martial art, of which there are about 160. He's considered one of the finest hand-to-hand fighters in the world.
I'm starting to doubt Batman's
shit out
chances.
of Captain America, Iron Man, and Daredevil. Hell, he once knocked out Karnak, who's also one of the world's finest martial artists, with just one hit.
He is incredibly strong and can jump well over 30 feet.
He can even throw spears through stone walls.
Typically for construction like this, a substantially hard stone would be used, such as granite. With this in mind, T'Challa must have thrown the spear hard enough to hit the wall with a force of over 20,000 pounds per square
20,000
inch.
PSI,
Yeah, the guy is literally strong enough to punch your jaw.
Wow.
He can outrun traffic and is said to be faster than a Panther, which can run around 50 miles per hour. He's quick enough to pull a fast one on Wolverine.
Whoa, hold on. Did he just take out 5 X-Men by throwing another X-Man at him?
Yes, he did. However, under that amazing suit, he is still human. Even with the Panther God's power, he's still prone to failure. This has even caused him to relinquish those powers in the past. And like with kinetic energy, the suit can only take so many intensely focused sound blasts before overloading.
Still, the Black Panther is badass. He's got the tech, the skills, and the country to prove it.
Klaue, do you have any children?
No.
Good, because I would have to kill them too.
Damn. So what more can we learn about
Throughout the underworld
Batman?
of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the hearts of even the most hardened of criminals.
Vibranium
The
suits,
goddamn
20,000 PSI
Batman!
strength,
You know who he
160
is,
plus
the
martial arts.
billionaire Bruce Wayne, and it ain't his first battle to the death.
Pretty much, though don't mistake his intentions. Vengeance may sound dramatic and all, but in truth, Batman fights crime in an attempt to save others from suffering the same kind of tragedy he experienced as a child.
How noble. And ironic, considering he was taught to be a badass by a group called the League of Assassins.
Well, he dresses like a bat, sleeps with a cat burglar, and constantly brings children into battle. So he's clearly got a few complicated
Those kids
issues.
are kind of ballsy
But let's see what he
themselves.
can really do.
Granted.
Bats is really, really smart and considered one of the best tacticians on Earth. No wonder he's always welcome at the Justice League, even though he doesn't have any superpowers at all.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
Green Lantern win. Also.
Sure, he's
That's
intelligent,
smart.
but he's also incredibly deadly.
He was trained to be a ninja who's a master of infiltration and silent
160 martial
takedown.
arts against-
So sounds about right.
Bruce has studied every martial art known
120.
to man. After perfecting full body control at the age of 18, he was able to quickly learn and master at least 127 of them.
Yeah.
Including Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and boxing.
It's not
So Black
every day
Panther
you
knows
can
more
find someone who
disciplines-
can literally
disciplines than
take you
Bruce
down in
does.
127 different ways.
He's also touted as the world's greatest detective, and with good reason.
He's like Sherlock Holmes on steroids. He once figured out that an opponent didn't have a tongue just by the way their jaw bounced off his knuckles. There's being a detective, and then there's being Batman.
And all that's before his
Okay, what new
handy-dandy
gear is he
utility
bringing
belt,
in this
filled
time?
to the brim with all sorts of useful gadgets and gizmos.
Shock gloves didn't do
A
much
lot of
against
which
Cap.
are thanks to his family business, Wayne Enterprises. From steel mills to airlines to record labels, this company does it all. And that means Batman has it all too.
According to Forbes, Wayne's net worth thanks to his company adds up to $9.2 billion US.
With that much cash, he can afford any kind of weapon he wants. Grappling hooks,
grenade,
smoke
okay.
pellets, cryo and thermite grenades, and of course, the batarangs.
Originally designed as a boomerang weapon,
That saw,
Wayne
that
eventually
throwback
molded
claw,
his
that
batarangs
close.
into custom shurikens, some of which are outfitted with electric shocks, flash bulbs, and explosives.
And
Sure,
last
they're
but not
now.
least, don't forget his bat suit. It can resist fire, electricity, and bladed attacks, and is almost totally bulletproof thanks to a Kevlar vest sewn into it.
Plus, his cowl sports night
Vibranium
infrared and
beats
UV
Kevlar,
vision.
I'm
But
sure.
Bats is more than just a tech wizard. This guy bench presses 1,000 pounds in his everyday workout. 1,000 pounds! And I thought this guy didn't have any superpowers.
He doesn't. The current bench press world record is actually slightly higher at 1,075 pounds, solidly placing Wayne at peak human levels. This idea generally applies to him in pretty much every area, physically and mentally. He's
Indeed.
strong enough to break through walls, rip apart car parts, and pull out prison bars. He's quick enough to avoid
Yep, he
gunfire
is the
and even
goddamn
Darkseid's
Batman,
nearly
yes.
unavoidable Omega beams. In his strongest suits, he's even tough
think
enough to
I'm-
take a hit from Superman.
Yeah, if Brucey ever enters the Olympics, everyone else might as well rage quit. Same difference, really.
That's not to say he's invincible.
True, whenever the Justice League gets in a fight with some big bads, he usually has to keep his distance.
He's also somewhat mentally unstable and prone to lashing out. However, he knows this. It's one of the main reasons why he refuses to carry firearms.
That's a bummer. Those are my favorite types of arms. Maybe they'll help him next time Bane tries to break his back.
But of all
Bring
his
that up
traits,
again.
Bruce Wayne's strongest attribute is his sheer unstoppable tenacity. Even after being drugged by the Joker after days without sleep, put in a straitjacket, locked in a coffin, and buried alive 6 feet
Bring
underground,
up this
he
again.
refused to die.
It takes a lot to take down the Batman.
What the hell are you?
I'm Batman.
Yes, he is the goddamn Batman.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate
So-
once and for all.
But first, all this
Yep.
talk of animals has made me think about eating some with Blue Apron.
Yep. Okay. At the moment, it seems Black there's expertise and training, and his armor at least beats Batman's. Maybe his strength as well. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Treating Death Battle viewers to $30.
A better way to...
Okay, here we go. Death battle! Alright. Here comes the goddamn Batman. What?
To challenge a king is to face the might of his people.
I'll give them something to fear.
Come on. Come on, T'Challa. Oh. Looks like Batman's feeling that one. I'm sure perhaps Batman might be able to overpower. If Batman can overpower the kinetic energy in his armor somehow. Comes the bolas. Nope. Useless. Oh! First blood. Oh dear.
Caught you!
They're not gonna let a couple of lions get in the way. Yeah. They're not gonna let a couple of lions get in the way of their fight. batarangs. Nope.
Witness the power of a king.
Wait. Oh. Suplex a rhino just for the heck of it. Sure, why not? Oh.
Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared for anything.
Playtime is over.
What's Batman got up his sleeves? Uh-oh.
Amateur.
Wait.
Try again. Did you think you were safe?
Oh, no.
The strong shall hunt the weak. That is the law
Oh.
of nature.
Oh, yep. Cute.
And my rule is law.
Good job, T'Challa.
Whoa, that's a new one!
I just knew
Black
it.
Panther and Batman were pretty evenly matched. Both were super geniuses and expert combatants.
Well, BP was stronger and faster thanks to that superhuman herb. It definitely helped, but alone was not enough to beat the Bat. Batman has won dozens of duels against people with similar or even better abilities.
As far as skills were concerned, neither held a distinct advantage. However, that was not the case when it came to their weapons and armor.
Long story short, that vibranium got Batman stumped. He just didn't have anything in that belt of his that could get around it.
We scoured the comics, movies, TV shows, and more to see if Batman had any possible way of countering the vibranium. While he's used hundreds of clever gadgets over the years, we were actually very surprised to find that he had no reliable method of getting around armor like that.
Take a look at Batman's fights with Bane. He doesn't have armor, but he's physically superior to Bats, just like Black Panther is. And what does Batty always do to beat him? Aim for the weak spot. But guess what?
Yeah.
Black Panther doesn't have a weak spot.
It's certainly believable that Wayne had the ability to develop a gun that could overload the Panther habit. But even if he could, he never would wield it in the first place thanks to his rejection of all firearms.
And while his suit can stop a few knives and bullets, it didn't stand a chance against Black Panther's anti-metal claws. In the end, Bruce just waned in comparison to T'Challa.
The winner
Yep.
is Black Panther.
Batman is 1-2.
Hey guys,
So,
thanks for watching the
are we
premiere
seeing
of
the next
Season 5. Want to watch
matchup?
the commentary on this episode? Click that
Who's
box right
next?
over there. Start
Who's
a
next?
first
Who's
membership
next? Who's
trial.
next?
And if
Who's
you want the
next?
fight
Who's
track,
next?
all you gotta do is click the
Who's
link in the
next?
description below. Sounds
Come on.
pretty good.
Who? Twilight Sparkle and Raven? Ooh. This ought to be good. Yes. Oh, man. I didn't expect Twilight to come this soon. I was kind of hoping Raven would fight Riku or something, but whatever. So, that's that. Batman has 1 win, 2 losses, but hopefully they can give him a rest now. So, what did you think? Tell me what you think below, and I'll see you all later. When Twilight and Raven duke it out. Yes. Magical Terra Strong battle.